Welcome to Monday, April 24th, 2023. Your Day with a Podcast brought to you by Cowboy State Daily. Check them out at cowboystatedaily.com. Also being brought to you by WYDOT. As we go into a new week, the last week of April, cool, wet weather is coming. Also, last night, the aurora borealis came out full force as a coronal mass ejection came into the region and brought in a lot of auroras, really across all of the northern hemisphere, and they got pretty far south last night. Whether or not they come in tonight, we'll see, but clouds will be a problem tonight if they do come back. But a lot of folks got to enjoy the aurora borealis again. We have two storm systems coming this week. One coming in tonight and into Tuesday and Wednesday, bringing rain, snow, and thunder to the region. Fortunately, this system does not have a lot of cold air with it. So yes, it's going to snow in some areas, but there will be a lot of areas that just get rain. We're going to see another system come in from the northwest Thursday and Friday, bringing showers to many areas. Now, unlike what we have seen for, a lot of the winter and spring season, the heavier precipitation is actually going to be along and east of the divide for a change. So this system is going to focus in especially on Colorado, portions of western Kansas, southeastern Wyoming, the far southern southwest areas of Nebraska. Going to get some needed precipitation, and that'll be good news for those areas there. Now, we will, by the weekend and in early next week, see some rebounding temperatures as we go on into, believe it or not, the month of May. This guy right here doesn't look like a big system, but this low that's right along the Oregon-Washington border by noon today is going to slide southeast towards Colorado and northern New Mexico here over the next couple of days. And this is going to bring a moist upslope pattern along and east of the divide, and that's going to help bring in some higher humidity air to the region. And that in turn is going to lead to some areas of showers and thunderstorms. This is by noon tomorrow, just west of Grand Junction. But it doesn't have, as I mentioned, any really big connection, any really cold air up here. So snow levels are going to be relatively high, as it will spread areas of rain and thunderstorm activity along and east of the divide, especially right here between now and Thursday morning. Notice there's a bit of a sharp delineation here between the heavier moisture west of that line, very little east of that line. So it's going to be kind of a concentrated area of rain. This area here of heavier precipitation is going to be boosted by thunderstorm activity along and south of I-70. But this area right here really, really, really needs the rain. So good news for them. The Front Range of Colorado and southeastern Wyoming will be getting into rain as well, and showers are elsewhere. That's system number one, and this is what it will look like with snow. So snow is going to fall. Could be quite heavy in the higher mountains and maybe even along the Palmer Divide in Colorado as that heavier moisture moves in. Also along Interstate 80's highest elevations, there's going to be some snowfall. Travelers keep that in mind. But in terms of a lot of snow on the plains, probably not. But the high country going to get more. The second system, this is by 6 p.m. Thursday. We have another low coming in, and it kind of has a tail on it. The tail of this system right here is going to be plunging southeast into the region. So again, along and east of the divide, this will produce upslope again, while high pressure builds along the west coast. There you can see it by noon Friday. So by Thursday evening, by noon Friday, it sweeps on through. And this is the secondary area of precipitation. So this is with the second round. So the second round will bring showers. Again, it's going to be along and east of the divide where the heavier moisture will go. So this will spread showers elsewhere across the plains. The second system is not as heavy with the precipitation, but will take everything that we can get as it comes on through, especially east of the divide that really needs the moisture. Snowfall will again fall in the high country with the second system, but will be more along the higher elevations. But watch Interstate 80's sections of the highest elevations right there if traveling as we get into the Thursday, early Friday time frame. By Sunday, that low heads up into the Great Lakes. It looks like a cool, wet, stormy period for the northeast United States, mid-Atlantic, the Great Lakes, while some high pressure comes in behind the system. So by the weekend and into early next week, the Intermountain West and the Western High Plains should have a warming trend. And that should go well into the early parts. So the first week of May, I don't think it'll be terribly warm, but it is going to be warmer and consistently warm. Then by the middle of next week, this is by the late time frame of the Wednesday, Thursday time frame of next week around May 4th, we have high pressure over the region. Now you can see that low off the California coast. This is something we'll have to contend with later on because that's likely going to come in, but that would be good because that would bring spring precipitation probably to areas that really need it. But we'll deal with that guy later. So this looks to be kind of what you would expect going into late April and into early May. Some wet conditions coming for some, and also, while it will be a bit cool over the next 3 to 4 days, getting warmer by the weekend and into next week. Have yourself a good Monday. We'll see you tomorrow.